everybody. So last time I did a video, we talking about how I don't have a definite teaching job, right? So, I mean, with the company, but don't have a specific teaching job. So I was like, all right, cool. I mean, shoot, I'm still gonna get paid, sign the contract here for a year, so whatever. Well, I was supposed to have an interview today with a kindergarten. I got a message last night about 8:30, 9, something like that, saying, hey, meet us down in down the lobby at 6:30 in the morning. We actually have a substitute teacher spot for you. So you'll work this for 2 to 3 weeks, and to give you a chance to practice your study, your lesson plans, and get used to the children and things like that. So I said, cool. I mean, that's smart. Practice makes perfect, all that. So got up this morning, ended up meeting them at the subway. So basically today I got to experience rush hour both this morning and this evening in the subway of Beijing. Clearly I survived. That's an experience. That is a lot of people in a metal tube. It could get crowded, and especially being a big guy, like everybody just touching, and then because of this, everybody's just constantly staring anyway. So and then you throw in that, I don't know how to say it. Model-esque height, maybe. I mean, is that the right term? That's model-esque. I would say that height. So so anyways, survived all that. But I get to school. For kindergarten here, there's 4 different levels of kindergarten. 1 to 4. Now K1, which is what I will be substitute teaching for the next 2 weeks, is kids 2 to 3 years old. I want that to process because I don't know that many 2 to 3 year olds at all. In fact, unless I know them, like their parents or something, I actually do a good bit of work to stay away from that age because they're so, small, and I'm so big. I always feel like I might step on them. So that being said, I've got an entire class full of them. And when I say class, it's not a typical, 10, 15, 25 2 to 3 year olds who, of course, we all know that age group, they listen perfectly. And, it's not like they speak their mind. So got these kids that barely speak Chinese are learning English. And I keep it simple, just words and simple phrases. For example, we went over some body parts today. Quick, eyes, ears, nose, and the phrase, I have ears. Things like that. And it was, going good, I guess. But it's so it starts at 8:30, and then they start eating breakfast at 8. Teachers are there at 8:30. I have 2 teachers' aides. They're Chinese. Their English is very limited, so that's always fun as well to try to communicate. So doing that, 8:30 to 5, and they sleep. I think they got like an hour and a half, 2 hour nap time. It's crazy, and that's time for teachers to do whatever. Well, I was teaching, and I felt like we were bonding, having a good time. In the beginning, I mean, you get there, new kids, they're a little frightened. It takes a second to warm up. You might want to fight one or two. The typical teacher stuff, I'd assume. Well, I was going over the lesson and had this one kid. He was actually pretty cool. He was very energetic, involved, enthusiastic, and always wanted to high five. So we go to high five, and then I did one of the things like hands. Everybody show your hands. And he goes, look, Teacher Poe, hands. And I said, Poe, no, Cody. Say hello, Cody, because I want them to get my name right. So I was like, all right, cool. So next thing we do, all that. He goes, here we is. I was like, good job, high five. He's like, thanks, Teacher Poe. I was like, man, what is going on here? What is this? And so then the class, I mean, they catch on, which, they could catch on to that, but couldn't catch on to I have ears. I said, selective learning. Damn it. So snack time comes, break time, and I said, hey, talking to one of the assistants, it's like, hey, what does Poe mean? Is it a term for teacher, foreign teacher, something like that? These little Poe is not a nickname term or anything like that. They were referring to Kung Fu Panda. Yes. So because of my size and, this and model Liske height that I discussed earlier, Poe was in reference to a panda, a big panda. So in my mind, that's them calling me fat. So I was like, oh, okay. I got you, bro. Got you. So, of course, me being the mature adult that I am, it's like, done. You guys got jokes. I got jokes too. Snack time's done. It's over with. It's a wrap. Go straight to bed. So yeah, I can't do that. That I had no authority like that whatsoever. The kids called my bluff. They won that one. And then I feel like they had an extra smirk when I was giving them their snack. Like, you can do shit. Like that's what I feel like their smirk said. Which enraged me a little bit more. So I don't know, you learn a lot about yourself when you're plotting ways to get even with a 2 to 3 year old. Yes. It's like, well, you kind of do that? Nah, that'd be too mean. But would it? Maybe a little bit. So yeah. So what I did was I gave them more difficult words that I knew they couldn't pronounce. So like rhinoceros, hippopotamus. I felt like that taught them a lesson. Like, don't mess with me because I control the learning. I will say though, out of the group, there was one or two that definitely got it and kind of like threw a wrench in the whole thing to get even with everybody. But yeah, so that was my day. It was, 2 to 3 year olds, like, wow. Teachers out there, I tip my hat to you. Kudos to all of you. The ones that teach in the elementary is, I don't know how you did it. I mean, I was in there. I got there at 8:30, and instantly rethought my entire life decision within 7 or 8 minutes. Just I had to contemplate everything that has led me up to that moment in life. After the 7 or 8 minutes, got there at 8:30. There were 4 kids, 25 children. 4 of them did not stop crying from 8:30 all the way to 5. If they do that Monday through Friday, that is their full-time job, crying. They didn't cry themselves to sleep. They didn't stop. Every time you thought they would stop, and you could like lay them down in the bed, they would start crying, like louder, because they were almost asleep. So it was just like, and then you go to set them down, and then all of a sudden it's full blown again, just wah. It's like, oh my gosh. Also at that age, potty training, or got to tell them to go to the bathroom. After every time they snack, sleep, anything, it's just like, all right, go pee pee, go pee pee. So yeah, I was very thankful for the teachers' aides, because they're very helpful. So yeah, because nope, like you piss your pants, it's just you know, oh, what's the matter with you, Mr. Peabody? You know, like, yeah. But there was one scene that I feel like I could appreciate a little bit now after one day of teaching. It was that scene in Kindergarten Cop when Arnold left the class for like 2 seconds and then came back and he lost his mind because everything was crazy. That, I appreciate that scene. And I appreciate all of my teachers when I was younger, because I know I was bad. But I mean, these kids, man. Well, there's some good kids. I'm not gonna say all bad. I mean, out of the 25, you know, that was like 1.5. That was cool. You know, it's like they were really cool when they were all sleeping, except those 4 that just kept crying. So, but yeah, so far that's been my experience teaching. Was a life-altering experience, and I get to do it again tomorrow. Yeah, yay. Yay. So I'm sure there will be some more fun videos I'll load up later on this week or next week. Oh yeah, no, today's Friday, so I don't have to teach tomorrow, but next week. Oh, that's cool. Sweet. So I don't have to cry myself to sleep tonight. That's great. That's great. So yeah, it should be fun, especially next week after a whole week of doing this. I'm sure I'll have some great stories, and especially the Poe thing. I have a feeling the Poe thing's not done yet. And then I just feel like it's gonna circulate to the other teachers. And then all the other foreign teachers are women, and there's one dude. And I know we got to be friendly with coworkers and all that. I don't know the reaction if a grown man referred to me as Teacher Poe. I mean, that might be a YouTube section itself. So, like, huh. But yeah. So I have a feeling at this school, the kids will continue with the Teacher Poe, and that might stick. I will say to that effect though, I have found out that I really like dumplings. They are super delicious. They're so good. So I understood why he in the movie was flipping around with joy for dumplings. 'Cause they're delicious. I had one for breakfast this morning, like a traditional Chinese breakfast, I guess, where they took me anyways. Huge dumpling like that, filled with meat. It was a good breakfast. So, well, that's all my adventures for today. Appreciate watching, and it's next week. Next week's gonna be fun. Yeah, we're gonna call it fun. It's gonna be a fun adventure. I'm up for that adventure. So, till next time. Ooh, what's a good sign off? I'm gonna work on a sign off. I'm gonna think of one for next time.